Fresh Coast 40K fans, we're here again at Gamer Sanctuary for 40K night. We got Jeremy and Scott. They're facing off in an 1850 point battle. On Saturday we'll be playing the Battle for the Crossroads, where we will be doing a charity event, another one, where you donate $10 or bring in a game for the kids at Crossroads, which is a kind of like a boys' home that former employee Josh, who is known as Cerberus, is going to be running that. So check out Jeremy's list. He's got 2 Land Raiders back there, a Bell Predator, looks like a Razorback with double assault cannons, and a regular Predator with las cannons, and it looks like an autocannon on top. Then he's got Death Company in there, Devastators, and looks like a Tac Squad as well, with a Sanguinary Priest and a Chaplain and a Librarian, and then a Storm Raven. So that is the Blood Angels force that'll be taking the field. Here we have Scott's force. He runs. What is your chapter, Scott?
I run the Moon Knights.
The Moon Knights, like the Marvel comic character, except blue. He has a Razorback with a heavy bolter, a Rhino, a drop pod, land speeder, Storm looks like, and a sweet paint job on that thing. I love the land speeder Storm. I just haven't gotten around to painting mine. He has a Land Raider with twin-linked las cannons and an awesome Vindicator that blows up dudes. He's got a Tac Squad. Is it a Chapter Master or a Captain?
That's Kato.
Kato? Sicarius, right? And then, not Kato, Kalen of O.J. Simpson fame. Then he has Scouts. Looks like another Tac Squad over there, and another Tac Squad. And who is the dude with the flaming sword?
That's Kato.
Oh, that's Kato Sicarius. Who's this guy over here? Your sergeant? Oh, that's your Librarian. And then a Dreadnought. Check out this awesome Librarian. He's got an iron arm. Looks like we're ready to go. I'm going to interview each player, and they're going to tell us just a little bit about their strategy. So Jeremy's got the first turn with his Blood Angels. I'm going to pan across the battlefield here, trying to go as unshaky as possible. He's got his Land Raiders set up with his Razorback and regular Predator back there. I'm ready to go across the field, and then he's got his Devastators in the building. Across the board, Scott has his Marines spread out. This is the Relic mission. You can see the Relic right in the middle. So the troop has to run up and grab that, and then they have to keep it till the end of the game. He has the Scouts over here. Big unit right in the middle in those trees. I assume he's going to try to get them forward to take the Relic, and then Land Raider on his flank. So Jeremy, what's your strategy for this game?
Well, my strategy is always playing Blood Angels is going to be aggressive. I'm going to try to push forward and use my Death Company to probably tie up a lot of his units or cause the most nasty damage as I can with it. While I'm playing conservatively with my other remaining units to hold on to the objective. I'm going to use my superior armor and stay away from anything that can get a hold of that. I also have in reserve a Storm Raven and a Bell Predator. Bell Predator I'm going to outflank, so hopefully it causes some damage when it comes in, and the Storm Raven as well. So that's my
Sounds good.
that's my tactics.
So again, here we have Scott with his Marines. Scott, what is your overall strategy for this game, for the Relic?
Well, you see, the Relic holds a special place in my heart because I've yet to win a single game with the Relic. I've started playing.
I love the Relic, being a Tyranid player with Turvagons.
I figure I've lost enough time, though, I might actually know what I'm doing here. So, but just looking at the board, Jeremy has the first turn, and the way he's set up, it looks to me like he's going for first turn power grab. So the way I've set up is more to receive. In a lot of the games with the Relic that I've played before, usually the first guy to pick it up doesn't do as well. So it's night fighting. So I have my army far enough back where I should shield a lot of them from his major firepower. I'm hoping that Jeremy's going to have a really weak first turn. And I'm going to take advantage of my searchlights and all the firepower that I brought on my side of the board to see if I can blow through his transports and see if I can do some damage to him.
What do you think you're going to do about the 2 Land Raiders?
Well, Army-wise, I mean, I have a couple ways I can address them. I have the Vindicator, the Minalta, both the Dreadnought and the Tactical Squad. Long term, I think I should be able to handle him pretty well. I know long term, a big core weakness of his list right now is his infantry, and I think his low infantry count I might be able to jump ahead on him if I can crack a couple of those bigger vehicles. So we'll just see how it kind of pans out.
Sounds great. Thanks. So now we're on bottom of turn 1. Jeremy got a bunch of shooting across the board. He blew up a rhino, immobilized a dreadnought, killed some guys when the rhino exploded. What else happened here, Jeremy?
I immobilized the Razorback and stripped another hull point off. But
Yeah, and
it's done.
the whole river is blood fire, right?
Yes.
Fire blood. Sorry, fire blood. Any vehicle that goes through that gets immobilized is just wrecked. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only death and destruction. Now we're on to the bottom of turn 1. Scott is deep striking in with his awesome drop pod. So here we are, end of the top of turn 2. Got the ESPN Skycam view going on here. Jeremy brought on his Storm Raven and Veil Predator from outflank. Over here, he turned around his Crusader, and the Razorback aimed over here, made Scott's guys run away. Scott actually chose to run away. He is a seasoned Codex Space Marines veteran who knows when to run. The Crusader over here made it through the Fire Blood with a roll of a 2, so he's not destroyed. Sorry, that's not the Crusader, that's just a regular Land Raider. He blew up the Dreadnought over here, it's a wreck, and he made a wreck out of that Vindicator as well. It failed to do anything this game. It's unfortunate for Scott over here. The Storm Raven came on and shot its multi-melt at the Land Raider, rolled a 1 and then a 1, missed its shot, and Jeremy was crestfallen. So we are at the bottom of turn 2. You can see the land speeder came in, tried to flame the back of the Predator, failed miserably. Snipers fired a couple times, missed. You can see on the right, really just a static line over here for Scott. Kind of surprised he hasn't gone for the relic yet. But he did assault the Veil Predator over here, totally failed with his frag grenades. Sorry, crack grenades. And you can see this Dreadnought right here is missing his left arm, so he is just shooting a little bit. And the Deathwind on the drop pod is not in range to shoot anything, so we just figured that out last turn. Jeremy and I did not realize that, but Scott, of course, knew. So let's see what Jeremy can do top of turn 3. So top of turn 3, Jeremy moved his Land Raiders up in the middle, and one was immobilized by the Fire Blood, and immediately wrecked. His dudes got out and sat on the relic. He moved up his Storm Raven. They shot some of the attack squad that was standing out in the Rhino wreck. You can see it says boom. Scott has played Codex Space Marines so many times. He knows combat tactics so well. He went to ground and then voluntarily fell back, so now he can shoot using his full ballistic skill next turn. He still has the group right in the middle. Is that a relic blade on that guy?
That's his just a power.
Oh, Cato Sicarius. Yeah, he has his own power weapon thing with coup de grace. Coup de grace. And the Veil Predator over here shot at the Devastator squad, I think it was, and didn't do too much. I mean, they survived, and they may fire back this turn. I was surprised that Scott didn't choose to run away over here, but he didn't take enough wounds, actually, so that wasn't... if he had been able to, he could have gotten closer to that Veil Predator to shoot it up. So bottom of turn 3 is about to start. See what happens. The land speeder over here did take one glance, which was kind of crazy. That Predator failed to kill it. So let's see what happens. Big turn. So Scott just finished bottom of turn 3. You can see he took out some of the guys who were holding the relic right in the middle. He took out quite a few of them. Jeremy actually rolled 3 1s on the guy who had the relic, I believe, and lost the relic. It's just sitting out there. Scott shot a couple other shots, and he mainly focused fired on them. He did manage to put a hull point on the Land Raider And then over here, got 3 hits with his power fist on the rear armor of the Bale Predator and managed to roll 3 ones to penetrate. Absolutely awful. His Land Raider is still shooting las cannons at the side of that Land Raider, and Jeremy made his cover save. So let's see what happens in the strategic intervention. So we got Jeremy's strategic intervention here. So Jeremy, first of all, what do you think you're going to do with the Storm Raven this turn?
Well, I think I'm going to do is continue to move it forward. I'm going to use the turret-mounted weapon to get some shots off, and then try to take out some stuff. I could probably take it out once it goes into hover mode. For the rest of the match, what I'm going to try to do is I have a Land Raider Crusader full of nasty Death Company led with a Chaplain, which makes you do rerolls, hits, and wounds. I'm going to move that sucker up 6 inches, drop him off another 6 inches, and just plow him into the rest of his guys. I'm pretty optimistic that I should wipe him out.
Really hope you don't hit the fire blood, right?
Hoping that I, 1, don't blow up in the fire blood, and 2, can make it through the dangerous terrain, or difficult terrain.
He did move his troops back last turn, hoping.
He did, but I got 12 inches and then assault. I think I got it pretty easy. I got Razorback in the back there. I'm going to just kind of move up forward, get some shots on. I still got remaining Predator. I still got 2 missile launchers. I'm doing pretty well, and I still have 2 more scoring units alive. So
what are you going to do about the Relic this turn?
The Relic, I don't know. I had guys go to ground, and if my Death Company get in a position where I think they can sustain enough without being hurt at all. So my Death Company hopefully will take off some real damage to the rest of the dudes.
Awesome. Let's see what happens. So Scott, here we are in your strategic intervention. What's your plan for the rest of the game here?
Well, to be honest, I had a really rough first half of this game. I go figure on the first turn he did exactly the opposite of what I was hoping he'd do. And from that point it had turned into a war of attrition. It looked like I was losing. But last minute out of nowhere he decided to make a charge for the Relic. And I'm thinking at this point I might have a chance. The best thing that I could hope he could do right now is keep throwing models at that Relic. And I'll just do what I can to keep picking him off. I think my ace in the hole right now is Kato and his squad. And if he lines up a charge with the Death Company, like I'm thinking he's going to try here soon, Kato might just be able to pull off a combat victory and take the Relic himself. So.
All right, here we go. Top of turn 4. All right, so we are at the end of the top of turn 4. Jeremy got there with his Death Company, you can see. Did a ton of wounds. It was 26 wounds, I think. And Kato did a challenge with the Chaplain, got off his coup de grace, and then Jeremy made his invulnerable save, 4+. His Chaplain was boss.
Chaplain did 2 wounds to Kato.
Yeah, 2 wounds back. Scott really doesn't have a whole lot left on the board anymore. He's got that tack squad over there. He's got a drop pod. Is the Razorback still alive?
Yeah, the Razorback's still alive. 2 crippled dreadnoughts, 3 members of the tactical squad,
and Scouts.
Over there.
Scouts are standing tall, and the Relic is still unheld, but Jeremy does have a squad inside that Razorback ready to take it.
I did pump the Land Raider too.
And the Land Raider blew up. All right, bottom of turn 4. Let's see what Scott can do. All right, bottom of turn 4. Scott flailed futilely against the wall, and really, it was kind of like Magikarp. He just kind of bounced around. Pokemon reference. Yeah, he did get Ice Blood over there. His dude's in the lake. Can reroll armor saves. Kato got killed by the Chaplain. Did nothing against the Chaplain. And Scouts hit the flyer with a missile in its butt, but it saved with a jink. So let's just take a wide-angle view of the battlefield here with our sweet new tripod. You can see not really much going on for Scott here. Top of turn 5, this might be a mercy kill. Let's see what happens. So we got the end of the game here. The Moon Knights have fled the field. They have given the field to the Blood Angels. They were brutalized, in the words of their chapter master Scott. So just
will always be forever in our history.
The Death Company made it across the board and just totally annihilated them. After some heavy fire incoming from the Land Raiders and the other vehicles, taking down Scott's vehicles. So thoughts on the game, Jeremy?
Went really well for me. Scott had some really unfortunate rolls. But I felt that I just had a lot of armor. It was hard for Scott to handle. And
Yeah, who says Mech is dead? Scott?
I underestimated those Land Raiders, man. I mean, I play one a lot. I know what they can do. When you get two of them on the board, it always seems to catch you by surprise. So
Was it a little psychological interference there? Were you focusing too much on them, or?
no, nothing psychological. I guess I spelled out my plan in the beginning, and it just never really panned out. Losing half of my losing half of my most capable land raiding killing units in the first turn before I could do anything was a bit of a bummer. But
Yeah, you don't know right now, but actually in the battle report you'll see Jeremy's plan after turn 3 was to break your lines with the Death Company, and your plan was to break his Death Company with your line. So it's kind of what do you call it? A immovable object against a really large black force. So thanks for watching our battle report here. We're at Gamer Sanctuary in Flint, Michigan. This is Fresh Coast 40K signing out.
Just a credit card to show.